Do you ever just wake up and have those days where you're like, whoa, I'm ready to make something? And sometimes you have those other days where not so much. These are my tips on how to get over creative block, or creator's block, whatever you want to call it. Whatever block it is, these are how I go about getting over that block. Let's get into the video. So no matter what, if you do photography, if you do filmmaking, if you make music, you are going to hit a point where you cannot come up with an idea to save your life. And often that happens for me, very often. So I come up with a few ways to actually help get over this and be able to find something to create. Tip number 1 is write down your ideas when you're having a lot of them. If you can plan ahead, you know you're gonna have a point in time when you cannot come up with any ideas to save your life. So if you can plan ahead when you are having a bunch of ideas, writing down video ideas, writing down photo ideas, whatever it is, you're then planning ahead, so when that low time does come, when you can't come up with any ideas, you're already gonna have a backlog planned ahead for you to do. Secondly, get on a schedule. Now, I'm not talking about wake up at a certain time or go to bed at a certain time, because I certainly do not do that. What time is it? 12:27. Oh crap! I'm talking about whatever creative thing it is you're trying to do it on a consistent basis. For example, here on YouTube, I put out a video every single week. And now I've also just set it to my audience there so I can be held accountable by my viewers here on YouTube. So therefore, I'm going to force myself to come up with an idea every single week, a video idea or whatever it is. Force yourself to take a photo every single day. Force yourself to do whatever it is every single day, so then your brain will start getting into the habit of coming up with ideas and going out and actually doing it. The next thing to consider, are you really having creative block, or are you just being too picky about the ideas you're currently having? I find this is a big issue a lot of the times with me personally. I'll be sitting there, not being able to come up with ideas, but I'll still have 4 or 5 ideas, but I'm just sitting there going, I don't like that one. I don't want to do this one. I don't want to do that one. I don't want to do this one, just because at that current time, I'm not really feeling that idea that I had. When this happens, I find it's really good to still go ahead and write down those ideas, because if you're not liking them at that time, sometimes you can have ideas later to go ahead and improve them, or maybe they're just really good ideas and at that time you're just like, no, I don't really. Sometimes it's just laziness and you don't want to go and put in the work to do that certain video. My final tip is, if it was like the previous thing and wasn't creator's block and you're just being too picky with your ideas, go ahead, take the best idea out of the picky ideas that you had and actually go and make that video, go and make that photo, because keep in mind, not everything that you make is going to be the best. Only one thing that you make is going to be the best. You can't have the best thing that you make without those things that aren't quite as good, if that makes any sense at all. And if none of the things that I said work, just make a video about having creator's block. That's what I did. That's pretty much it for this one. I'll see you later.